Okay, I lied to you. I fooled you. Oh my God. Tom, you told us that Palantir is going to go to $1 trillion. That Tesla is going to be $5 trillion. And now the stocks are down for the past 30 days. You've lied to us. You misled us. How dare you keep saying in your videos that Palantir is a buy, that Tesla is a buy at these price levels after what happened? Now, look, this video is not going to get a lot of views. I totally understand. But check this out. It ain't for the people who are here for the casual stuff. It's for my hardcore audience. And this is probably one of the most important videos I'll ever make. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you 5 stocks which I think are absolute buys right now from every single category. One from growth, one from dividends, 2 from other industries, etc., etc. Wait till the end of the video. But before we get to that, I want to address this question first because I think it's a very valid question. It's an important question. Now, again, if somebody asks me this in the comments, I totally understand one thing. They haven't been watching my videos. Because if you have been watching my videos, this is a video that I posted on May 25th. Right here you can see May 25th. May 25th, I posted this video and I said one simple thing in that video, which I'm not have to repeat here because you're about to see it with your own eyes. I'm going to play it right now. Check it out.
Now that's something you have to understand. That doesn't mean that the stock isn't going to get there at some point. I honestly believe it will, but it's just here to tell you that the current valuation of Palantir is not $13. The market absolutely changed. The economy changed, the macro changed, the interest this year. And assuming they're going to grow at 35%, which they're not currently, it's a $10 stock. So for me, it's a very simple analysis. I'm looking at this, I'm saying, well, I haven't sold a single share. I got in at 18, I stayed the course, I bought more. I'm not going to sell it in the next 10 years. I don't care. But if I have to analyze this and look at the share price currently objectively, the share price right now with $13 is just way too high given the conditions. The stock has to grow into its valuation. Now, it might go to $20, $30, $40 on hype, which it did already. And it might not, I don't know. But if you want my honest opinion, currently it should be valued around $10.
Okay, so you just heard it from the horse's mouth himself. I literally told you 3 months ago that Palantir should be valued at $10 as it pertains to its current valuation. I've also explained that video why I think it's $1 trillion company in the long haul and why I'm investing. But I clearly told you this is hype. Anything beyond $10 is hype, just so you know. It's literally on my page. It's free. It's not a Patreon, so you can't say I didn't warn you. I literally told you this is going to happen. Now, look, I want to explain something here. FOMOing into a stock when it's hyping, like people did with Palantir when they came late, it's a bad idea. No? But the other flip side of it is even worse. Because the flip side of it might be that now you think the stock is going to zero, you might sell everything. Or the flip side of it might be, well, the stock just dropped 30%. I'm going to load up the boat before it goes back up to 20, make a buttload of money. Every single approach I just described is a horrible idea. And I don't want you to do that. It's bad ideas. Do not do it. Slow DCA. Like we teach on our Patreon every single day. Patreon.com/Tom Nash. We teach you these things every day. Now look, the NASDAQ is down 5% this year since the highs. And that's unpleasant. But just so you know kind of the context of this happens 3 times a year statistically. 3 times a year statistically, the NASDAQ drops 5% from the highs. Is this something to get excited about? To get emotional about? To get panic about? No. If you got money, that means you double down your DCA. You still do it slow, but you do it a little bit faster. If you ain't got no money, you let this noise blow over, you sit tight, you do diddly squat. Simple as that. That's the whole strategy. Now, at this point, you might say, well, Tom, I don't believe you. I mean, how, if we just DCA into stocks, I mean, how can we make money, etc., etc., etc.? Okay, I'll show you. I'm literally going to show you right now. This is from our community. And I'm going to pull it up on the screen. I'm going to plug my Patreon. And if people feel a certain way about it, you know, keep on tracking. I don't care. I'm still going to show you what I think is important for me to show. Now, I'm going to log into my Discord right now. And I'm going to show you what our community has been doing because I think it's absolutely insane that people don't understand the simplicity of this. Okay, so this is our Discord right now on the screen. And in our Discord, you can see a name that says Captain Chuck. Well, Captain Chuck, this is his buys for Palantir. He bought at 22, he bought at 15, he bought at 12, and he bought at 9. As you can see, he went from buying 8 shares to buying 300 shares as the stock dropped from 22 to 9. He was buying more when the share was dropping. It was DCA and was double down on this DCA as the share price was dropping. And you know what happened? It went from starting entry point of $22 to an average cost of $8.73. This shit literally works. It's as simple as that. It just, it takes a while. Look, it takes a while. It takes 2 years. It took him 2 years, but he reduced his average from 22 to 8.7. And it's a $13 portfolio, $13,000 portfolio. So yes, it needs patience, but it works. Same thing for Tesla. Look, his Tesla stuff is the same. His average cost in Tesla is $216, way below what's currently trading even after the drop at $130,000. Look at his buys. The buys have started when it was at 348, 339. And he keep buying. Look, as the stock drops, he kept buying. And he expands here, about $400 a paycheck. Simple as that. Now, this shit works. It works. I'm not here to, sell you a lie. I mean, this shit works. So what's the problem? The problem is people don't have the discipline. And unfortunately, that's the biggest problem with this thing because they come late. They haven't started buying these stocks when we were screaming it's undervalued at 2021, 2022, when we were saying, oh my God, Palantir and Tesla are so cheap at $100 a pop, at $7 a pop. They weren't buying then. They were not in the community. And they were basically sitting on the sidelines saying, well, it's too expensive. I'm going to wait until it drops more. And then it flies up. And now they're FOMOing into the stock, at $20 a share for Palantir. And by the way, there's the second flip side of that crowd. The people who are like now sitting saying, oh, Palantir is too expensive. I'm going to wait till it drops. Tesla is too expensive. I'm going to wait till it drops more. And then when it actually drops, like we've seen, Palantir drop 30%, their nuts become the size of a macadamia nut and they freeze up and they can't buy. They freeze up because they get scared. It's a lot easier to buy when the stock is running up. It's really hard to buy the dip. Now, I'm here to teach you a process, not to tell you to buy into stocks, not to tell you to buy into hype or sell into a panic. I'm just teaching you a process because I actually give a frick about what happens to your money. You know what? Fuck it. I give a fuck about what happens to your money. I give a fuck about you retiring with the actual money that you can live on. That's the whole story here. Now, I'm showing you what I think companies that I love and I'm passionate about will be worth in 10 years. And I'm showing you how to do it slowly, methodically. And if anything changes about these companies, it's not a Catholic wedding. I'm going to sell out and tell you, hey, I think it's a bad idea. But at this point, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. And if certain people feel a certain way about it, they're being cynical about it, and they feel it's not cool, it's not genuine, fuck off. Move on, unsubscribe, keep on trucking. I don't care. I'm here to help the people who actually, fuck with me in my community. Now, look, what are we here to do? Because all you can do is you can just buy an ETF and get 10% every single year, and that's absolutely 100% fine. I'm not being cynical. It's 100% fine. But on this channel, the type of investor we are, we're about 25 years old to 55, 65 years old. We have a certain amount of appetite for risk, but a very limited appetite for risk. We all have the same mindset. We want to keep what we have. We want a little bit of taste of risk. Look, the S&P 500 is going to give you 10% a year. That's nice. And that's something I have in my portfolio. 40% of my portfolio is in the S&P 500, and I preach that to my community. But 60% is in actual stocks because, look, at the end of the day, if you bet on Tesla 10 years ago, you made 21,000%. If you bet on Apple or Microsoft 5 years ago, you made 200%. So we do want to beat the S&P 500 by spicing in that S&P 500 with a little bit of good quality companies. We're not going to get every single company right, but if our process is correct and it's a solid process, we're going to get more right than wrong, and we're going to make money. Now, there's no value here in this channel for traders. That's why I don't understand the complaints about Tesla and Palantir dropping for 30 days. I mean, who cares? I'm here to show you ideas and kind of to share with you an analysis, but the ultimate decision is always yours. What we do here, we DCA into good companies, which we find, and we hold them until either we retire or we need to change our thesis because the company is no longer attractive and we sell out. Now, if you want to actually learn more about this, join our community. I pulled it up on the screen earlier. And again, I just want to show you this is from our Patreon. This I posted on July 10th. How to invest in stocks during the AI hype cycle. And I explain here very clearly exactly how to do this. And we talk about the process here. And you understand that greed is the biggest risk. You eliminate greed and the process, how to DCA, how to calculate WACC, DCF, how to DCA slowly, how to double DCA, what's the process. So these are the sort of things you can expect on our Patreon page. Join up at patreon.com/Tom Nash if you want to learn the system. You can join the academy if you want to, if you want to take the next step and learn how to model and do your own DCFs and become a better company evaluator. We would love to have you there. Obviously, that's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm passionate about helping people, and I would love to see you there. Now, I just want to say something. I promised you at the beginning of the video, I'll share with you a few stocks I'm looking at right now, which we do talk about in our community. And I want you just to start doing research. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell these stocks. It's just for you to kind of start looking. One is called MFIC. MFIC is a company I'm looking at. It's Midcap Financial Investment Corp. They're a company in the dividend section. If you're interested in dividend stock, their past 4 years dividend yield on average was 14%. Their net income margin is 30%. They're selling at 8 PE, 3 price to sales. They still have 7% revenue growth this year, next year. They basically are a business development company, which means they give out secure loans, first-year loans for businesses. There's risk, obviously, with interest rates coming down, but wonderful start for research about an interesting dividend stock. CrowdStrike, a stock I talked about back in 2020. CrowdStrike. My posts are starting from 2020. It's on my list. You can see a list on my Patreon with all the stocks I ever mentioned. CrowdStrike is at a very, very convenient price point right now for you guys to check out. Obviously, Tesla and Palantir. And also, we started looking lately at PayPal. PayPal is getting very interesting with this price point. It's my next research project. So these are the things I'm looking at. Now, if you want to understand purely and accurately why I think Tesla and Palantir is the next big thing, and you want to understand the logic behind my absolute insane obsession with Tesla, the video I'm going to put right now on the end screen, it's a video breaking down why Tesla is the next big absolute bonanza project for you to invest in for the next 10 years if you got the patience. I've said in an interview, Tesla, there's 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and Tesla. If you have the patience to wait 10 years, Tesla is going to absolutely knock it out of the park. If you want to learn why, I literally explained this in the video. And it's a not long video, like 8 and 9 minutes. Every single point that I love about this company, all the stuff that makes me passionate about it. I'm going to put it on the end screen right now. Go check out that video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I really, I'd appreciate that because, it makes me feel good. It doesn't really serve a purpose for the algorithm, but whenever I see a subscriber joins the channel, it makes me feel good. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.